What's the idea behind retelling the story of the Exodus on the night of Pesach? Well, the Meom Loez in his introduction to the Seder points out that retelling the miracles that Hashem performed for our ancestors in Egypt on Pesach night is actually one of the 248 positive mitzvos of the Torah. In fact, that's what he says. Take a look at Shemos Yud Gimel Ches. Someone who doesn't have children, he could recite the story of Pesach to his wife and retell the story of Pesach to his wife. That's if someone doesn't have any kids. Now, someone unmarried, he could recite the story to himself. Even the greatest sages have to retell the story on the night of the 15th of Nisan, even if a child doesn't ask questions. It's a commandment to tell him the story. The father should deal with the child according to his intellectual abilities. For example, if the child is very small and if the child is immature, the father can simply say, "You have to realize, my child, that we were once slaves in Egypt. We had to work very hard, but Hashem redeemed us and made us free." If the child is older and more intelligent, this alone is not sufficient. The father has to tell him the entire story of the miracles performed through Moshe. This is the foundation through which Judaism is strengthened. Although the story is well known to every school child, everyone has an obligation to retell it verbally. When something is actually said out loud, it makes a strong impression in the mind. Thinking about it, merely thinking of it, is not at all the same as expressing it verbally. The story of the Exodus, which everyone is able to recount, can overcome atheism and Antigon and and other issues that come up, doubts in this world that we have today. In other words, number one, we have an obligation to say over the story, right? It's different levels. It depends on the child and his intellectual ability. Okay, fine. That's one point over here. You can't think you have to say it. When you say it, it's different. But number two is when we discuss this story, it will help us and help people come over the plague of atheism and doubt. If we begin imagining the Exodus, we will have to believe in Hashem's greatness and believe that Hashem created the universe out of nothing and that He altered the course of nature for the benefit of us, performing extraordinary miracles in order to make the world understand. The Exodus was therefore the greatest possible blow to atheists, leaving them without arguments. When they witnessed the great miracles, they had to believe the entire account of creation. The Exodus was not a secret mystery, but it was a great publicized event. All could see it, and no one could deny it. That's what's special about the Seder and retelling it.